Hey, it's Alex, and welcome to Tinytopia. If you were brainwashed like me in elementary school playing SimCity, well, you might just like this game. But for real, it's got some cool physics mechanics, and also this thing where you build buildings on top of other buildings and make weird combo buildings. It's pretty cool, so I'm going to be showing you how to play it, some advanced stuff, and also be giving my general impressions of the game. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, here's a map I'm already done with, but I want to use this to show off how the building combo system works. So here we have a normal trailer, pretty standard, but if we put 3 on top of each other, those are going to combo and make a tier 1 trailer tower. Now if you put 2 next to each other horizontally, that's going to combo into something entirely different. And that's kind of the main element of this game, is how you combo your buildings together. See, if we put 2 of these towers next to each other, I'm going to use the move function to throw this bad boy up on top of that. And all of a sudden we have ourselves a fancy tier 2 trailer tower. Now if you want to know how you build these, you can just highlight over them. It tells you tier 2 trailer tower is required to make the next upgrade. It gives you that nice little silhouette on top as well. So to upgrade this, we pretty much have to make another one of those to advance it further. So go ahead and do that. I can either build this on top of it like this, which is kind of risky because buildings can, physics do apply. Oh, we have people down. Let's send an ambulance and a fire truck. Sorry, that was demonstration casualty. No big deal. Alright, like I was saying, another way you can do it, we can just build another tier 2 trailer tower right next to this and use the move function to safely move it on top of there. However, whenever you use the move function, it does cost 500 bucks. It's safer though. See, there we go. Tier 3. Now if we wanted to upgrade that again, we need a tier 3 store on top of that, and then a tier 1 trailer tower on top of that again. So, things are getting a little more tricky here. So let's build a tier 2 store. Then we're going to put a trailer tower on top of that. And there we go. And we have a tier 4 trailer tower. So our new residents need some jobs. That little icon above there is telling us there's no place to work. So let's go ahead and make a mega mall. Why not? I'm not sure if you knew this, but this is actually how they make malls in real life. Kaboink, and then kaboink. Have us a tier 7 store, just like that. All from comboing these little dinky stores. Now instead of a mall, let's just make a bunch on top of each other. That works too. They do get a little tippy though, so you may not want to do that. And they do tend to catch on fire when they do that. And since those buildings do catch on fire when they fall, here's a little pro tip for that. So if something's falling, if you're quick enough with the move function, you can actually grab it and halt it from exploding and then safely plunk it down. Now if I just let that fall, let's see what would have happened. I said, let's see what would have happened. There we go. And then boom. And then terrible things happen. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this hospital and talk about something I was actually doing wrong towards the start of this game. Now, when you upgrade a facility like this, the maintenance cost goes up quite a bit. See, 500 in maintenance, where just one hospital, quite a bit lower, 150 in maintenance. So when I was starting maps, I was kind of going nuts and fully upgrading all of my hospitals and fire stations and police stations, and that was sapping way too much money. So I would recommend upgrading those a little later. However, things like stores don't have a maintenance cost usually, so you can upgrade those as well as your housing. Feel free to upgrade those as well. I jumped over to a different map. I'm going to show off something else. First though, what do you guys think? This shirt's cats, but it's also a skull. Cool? No? Whatever. So here I'm going to show you how the same building can be built out in 2 different ways. So if we just hover over this one, you'll see the blueprint will change on top. Just give it a second. There we go. That's going to jump to an alternate way you can build this out. You can also click on it and you can hit next merge, and that will also jump you between the options the building has. So for this one, it needs 2 stacks of a classy house and then 2 more classy houses on top of that. There we go. Now we have a tier 3 classy apartment. Alright, for this other option, it needs a tier 3 classy house on top. I'm actually going to hit tab, going to go to the aerial view, turn on snapping, make sure these don't fall off when we place them. And there we go, that should turn into the other variant. There we go, tier 4 classy apartment. And that can be built onto again with a tier 5 classy house if we threw that up there. Now another super important thing is how much money you're squeezing from your poor little citizens. Here we have our apartments, which are making 120 in taxes, not too great, and that adheres directly to the area quality and also how many of these you have in the green. So they're in need of firefighters, police coverage, and hospitals, and we're going to increase the area quality for them as well. You can do this by putting down flower beds, some of these statues. Let's go ahead and do that. You can either put them directly on the ground or take advantage of the stacking mechanic and just put them directly on the buildings. Why not? Let's go ahead and put a nice statue on top of there. And now when we click on a building, the area quality is at 100%, and now we're making 240 in taxes from each one of these buildings. So that's a big deal with your passive income. So let's put down some of these services they also require. See what the difference in income is. So now 870 in taxes for each one of those buildings just for having all those in the green and the area quality maxed out. So if you're in dire needs of money, definitely pay attention to this screen here. Now there are some buildings that have a negative influence on the area, like the power plant here. But what I like to do, I like to just counter that by putting things directly on it. For example, let's throw a skate park up there. That's going to increase the area quality and pretty much counter the negative effects of having our power right next to our residence. Now this is a little risky, but if you want to further take advantage of all the nice stuff you put in the area, you can put housing on top of housing. And this works better or worse depending on the type of building. But when you plunk these down, these already have all the benefits of the surrounding buildings, and you're making a nice chunk of change off of them. Now, this is risky because there can be earthquakes and other things that can happen. We can trigger one ourselves. Let's see. For science. Yep. Didn't make it through the earthquake test. Since we've already started the carnage, let's just call in all the carnage now. Some tornadoes. Sorry, citizens. Here's the blueprint page. This is all the building combinations I've figured out so far. There's many I haven't yet though, so as you can see, there's quite a bit to this game. Not all the maps are about building a big old city, and some of them are more like little physics challenges, like Teeter Town. This one's pretty tough, I must say, where you have to balance this thing out. As you can see, we're gonna start tipping. Yeah, this one gets nuts, I must admit. Let's put a power plant right in the middle. I just got done watching Chernobyl. Bad timing. Alright. Yeah, that's a tough map. So I'm going to try this one again, and this seems like a good place to wrap up this video. That was Tinytopia. Let me know what you think of it. Hopefully this gave you a better idea of the game, some of the gameplay basics. I really like this game. It's pretty addicting. I was already a fan of city builders, but I really like the physics element and the stacking element of this. Oops. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing this. I'm going to try to beat this map. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.